Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today is another beautiful day. I'm going to be trying on some makeup and I got a few fun things to try. I found some stuff on clearance, which was awesome. Love clearance. It's like one of my favorite things in the world. And got some Profusion things to try. So let's get started.
Come on, baby, come on. Hey.
Now I'm going to be adding my primer. Sorry. My Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I'm just going to get it with my finger. Just dab it in with my finger here. From here. Rub that in really good. This primer is absolutely amazing. And I'm going to actually try a new step today that I keep forgetting to try. After I put the primer on, I'm going to lay down a soft finishing powder over top of the primer and see how that works. It's supposed to help make your makeup last longer. Make your foundation set longer. So I'm going to try it. I always forget because you're supposed to do it after your primer. You know, and I usually just go straight to foundation, or I'll put on a setting spray and then go to foundation. This stuff smells so amazing. If I could, I'd have every product of Tatcha because it's so beautiful. Oh my god, it smells delicious. Makes your skin, like, it literally just blurs out everything. I don't know if you can tell. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. And it keeps the makeup from getting in your pores, which is what I love the most because I'm trying so hard to keep my skin clear and taking care of it just by doing masks and make sure I'm exfoliate like every day. That is so important. Whether it's just a light chemical exfoliate or just a light scrub exfoliate. I love the one by Clinique, the Pep Start. That's been one of my favorites. I'm just going to use my Laura Mercier, I think, instead of Huda. So for that, I'm just going to get a fluffy brush. Or should I get a foundation brush? I'm just going to get my IT Cosmetics foundation brush. And I'm going to tap it in here, and then I'm going to tap it off. So I'm going to pat that in here, which is a lot, because it picks up a lot on the brush, and I'm just going to tap all that excess off, because I don't want all that over my face. It will dry you out a lot. So we're just going to tap that off, just so we have a light coat on the brush. And I'm just going to pat, just like stipple it all through these areas here. Just stippling it all over the face. And it's going to hold that primer in. Nice. And then I'm just going to kind of brush over it. So I like that I use the foundation brush. Really do. And this IT Cosmetics brush is so soft. It really did make my skin look very, very smooth and very blurred out through here. I love it. So this is a new trick I learned. We'll see how it works. So that's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Soft Beige. I do want to contour a little, so that I'm still going to use my Bare Minerals in Cinnamon. It's the contour. It's actually a foundation stick, but I like to contour with it. So for that, get my hair out of my way. I'm just going to put a little right here. And then I'll do the nose and my lips as well. And for that, I'm just going to take a brush and blend that out. I was curious how it was going to set with the powder. Not liking this brush. It's a e.l.f. brush. I'm going to take this, I believe this is a Real Techniques brush. Blend that out. It's better. Blend this out up here, just going in circular motions. A light stipple and a circular. I'll do the same here. Nice blend out. I'm just kind of blending up. Hair is all up in the way, and this is looking patchy as hell. I'm guessing that's from the powder. Maybe shouldn't have used a cream. I'll see. I can fix it with my blender, because that is a hot mess. Lord have mercy. Yeah, hot mess. Thank God I'm covering it with concealer, because that is a hot mess, girl. Jesus. Now, I want to put on foundation. I'm just going to bronze. Let me do the lips a little bit. For that, I'm going to use my Morphe lip brush. It's the M178 lip brush. I'm just dabbing it in the stick. I'm just going to outline my lips. Now that we've done that, I'm going to add just a little bit on my nose here. Just bring it up in my eyebrow, down my nose. My face is looking dry. It's probably from the powder, so I don't think I'll be doing that again. Maybe if I had a more oily face, I might do that. But not for me. So I think since my face is already looking a little dry here, I'm going to add a little oil to my foundation. Or I might use a different foundation. use some spot coverage. So since my face is looking a little dry, I think I'm going to use, I'm going to mix two foundations actually. I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way in the shade Ivory, and then I'm going to use the Photo Focus also Wet n Wild in the shade, what did I got, Soft Beige. I'm going to use a little of both. I wish I had a mixing tray. I don't. So I'm just going to do this different way. I also do have a couple dark spots I want to put a little coverage on. So I'm just going to use my Bare Skin by Bare Minerals to cover that up. I don't want to use my Shape Tape, so I'm just going to use the Bare Minerals one. These are just scars, and it's what the masks help with so much, is the scarring. But you can't have it all. And I'm actually going to use my brush to just stipple on these, just like that, because I don't want to take too much of the coverage, just a little bit, just a little dab on them, and a little up there. Alright, so to mix these, I'm going to take the Too Faced, and I'm going to add that to my Jeffree Star Morphe sponge here, and I've already dampened it. So I'm just going to put a pump on top, and I'm going to put 2 dots and just dot it all over the face. I'm going to take my Wet n Wild, and it actually has this cool little spatula deal on it, like that. So I'm just going to take it. See, the colors are so different. I think when I got matched for the Too Faced, the match is so yellow for me, and this Wet n Wild is really peach. So it's like 2 totally different shades. And then I got matched for Huda, and it seems to be like the closest to my shade. But Huda is very, very matte, so I do have to add a little oil with it, or a foundation that's a little more hydrating. The Too Faced foundation is very hydrating, so that is why I like to use that. I'm going to use my brush here to stipple and to mix them up just a little bit. My hair is just all over the place, so I'm just going to stipple and blend all over. Stipple and circles, stipples and circles. And this is going to bring a little bit of moisture back to my life. I'm going to go right over that contour right on my lips and up in my nose right here. And it's going to fix all my crazy contouring mess ups. Over the neck here. And I always like to go back over with a blender to smooth it out, and sometimes I even spray it with a spray. That looks so much better. But that looks a lot better. What I do love about a brush is you can get in your noses really good, and your nose really good. Get that ear just a little bit so you don't look 3 different shades here. But I like it. It's looking much better. Good. I still got a little bronzer up in there. Okay. Now, I have this all-nighter setting powder I want to use. This is the all-nighter waterproof setting powder. Just comes in one shade, I believe. As of now, I don't know if they're going to be a different shade or not. I'm going to use the all-nighter Urban Decay setting spray, my go-to always. And I'm going to dampen the sponge. I'm going to use the chiseled part. And I'm going to dampen the sponge. I'm going to drag in the powder. And just stamp all over my face. I usually drag it in the powder first and then spray. I did it backwards for some reason. Don't do it that way because it will ruin your powder. Not ruin it, but it's better to spray after and not spray it and then put it in there. For some reason, it's like I don't pay attention when I'm filming, and I think maybe it's because I'm still new at this, I think. I don't know. But I like to do this all over the face because it gives everything a nice bushy blend. You know, gotta get it in there. Get it in them pores, you know. Let's press it in there, you know. Make sure everything's nice and blended in there. That way it looks like your skin. Get in them creases, girl. Get it in there. Now, we almost looking like porcelain. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, maybe after I put on some highlighter and a little blush, then we'll be looking a little better. But that makes a ton of difference when you add the powder and you use the sponge after you use your brush, because it just melts everything together. And if you don't have the powder and you don't want to use an extra powder on top and all you have is your foundation, girl, all you gotta do is use your spray, and then after you're done, spray your face, and always make sure you dry it. Let your setting spray dry. And when you dry it, it makes a huge deal. And then while it's drying, you can again go in with your blender and just lightly tap it in. I learned that from Jaclyn Hill. Everybody can say what they want about Jaclyn Hill, but girl knows how to put on her makeup. Just saying. Okay, now concealer. And I think I'm going to use Shape Tape. Taut Shape Tip. And I'm in the shade Light Sand. Light Sand. And I also want to mix it too, just a little bit. So, I don't have the Instant Rewind, which I want, but I do have the CoverGirl Insta Fix. which helps just a little bit for us old girls. And I did just turn 33, so I'm just gonna just a couple little dots up in here on each side, and then I'm gonna add just a little shape tape and a little bit right there, right there. That's where it gets nice and wrinkly. Ooh, so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna take the shape tape. I'm gonna add right here, right there. Ooh, bring it down just a little bit. That's okay. Right there. And I like to do it like this. Helps with my, what do you call them? My squinty wrinkles. This from squinting so long, and I do just a little bit right there. Okay. For that, I can either go back in with my brush or my blender. I'm going to do a little both. So, I'm going to use my big It Cosmetics brush, and we're just going to pat, 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 pat. I sound like the, what is that? Skin SK2 or something. Pat, 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 pat. I love those commercials. They crack me up. But James, what's his name? James Gordon. He cracks me up. Anyway. Man, is hilarious. And we're just going to pat, 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 pat. Pat it in. Pat it in, pat it in. And I'm just going to pat it in. Down here. Sometimes I learn that I use too much concealer down here, and then it will make my eyes look older than they are. And I'm like, that's just what I need, to look older than I am. I mean, really, is that like the opposite of what makeup's for? Supposed to make me look better, not older. And then I'm like, well, maybe it's not the right makeup. Which sometimes it is the wrong makeup. You need to know what kind of makeup do you need. You need to try different makeups. What makeup is too drying? What makeup is too hydrating? What type of skin do you have? You know, take a skin test. There's different ways. You need help, just let me know. Ask me questions. I try different ways all the time. Look, I just tried that powder way and realized, hey, that's not for me because my skin is just too dry in too many areas. Maybe I should have just did my T-zone, because that's where sometimes, you know, little oil is like, hello, trying to come out, and you're like, no, get your bitch ass back in there. And then I found out, you know, there's other things you can use instead of buying a blotting sheet. You know, you don't need to go spend money on that. There's all different things you can do. And then sometimes I'm thinking, like, I like using this foundation brushes way better at blending out than I do these. But I like these to go back in there and, you know, smooth it out, because the blender, these here really get you that nice, soft finish, you know, that real smooth balance. But you can't have everything, but you can try, and you can work really hard and find out what works for you. And I tried so many different things. And it's just makeup. So try this one that day. Try another one another day. And if you don't like it, take it off. Put on a different makeup. Try again tomorrow. You never know. I'll be right back because I need to go plug in the camera. I don't know why it's flashing at me. We'll just keep going. So now that I've looking pretty good under my eyes, already cute face. I need to put some powder on it because if I don't, it won't stay that way. So I kind of want to use my Huda powder for this, but I'll just use my Laura Mercier again. So I'm going to spray my sponge. For the powder, it's okay. I mean for the loose powder. So that I'm just going to dunk that sucker in there. And just get it in there. Press it in the skin. Cut it up my nose. In the nose. Cut up the eye right here, right where I will stop. With my shadow. That way it will help me when I'm blending. And we're going to do the other eye. The nose. It's pressed in pretty good. I like to do that when I'm using the sponge. And get a little bit more. And I like to do right here. Try to keep my foundation from cracking in my giant wrinkles. Try and press it in really good. You get this gorgeous look. Just don't move. Now, we're done with that fabulous pot.